So we're going on to move on to our next section in Unit Point 8. We're talking in Unit 8. We're talking about systems of equations. And like I defined to you the other day, a system of equations will just be more than one equation. And for Algebra 1, your system will only consist of two equations. So the last class we talked about solving systems by graphing, where your solution was that point of intersection. But some of you all noticed that if your numbers were too big, like your y-intercept was too big, it was kind of hard to graph accurately and get that point of intersection. So another method of solving a system of equations is by using the substitution method. So the first question in your notes should say, what does substitution mean? Well, you've heard of the word substitution or a substitute. So we know that substitution pretty much means you're replacing something with another. So substitute teacher, if I can't make it, if I'm absent, I will have a substitute that will come in and replace me for the day or the class period. You've heard of a sugar substitute, and we've also talked about substitution where you're taking a value for x or y and placing it into your equation to do whatever you need to do. So this term should be pretty familiar to you as far as what it means. Now the next question says, how do we use it in algebra? Well, you want to be able to use the substitution method if you can't graph. If your numbers are way too big, you need to have substitution as an alternative. So basically what we're going to do when I say how do we use it, you're going to replace an expression of a variable from one equation to the other equation. So don't forget, when we're talking about our systems, a system of equations, we're talking about two equations. So when we are using substitution in Algebra 1, you're going to take information from one equation and substitute that information into the other so that you can solve your system. And in the next video, I'm going to give you those steps so you can see